How's everybody doing today? Market kind of crashed out of nowhere, didn't it? Pretty decent crash across the board for Bitcoin, Ethereum. Seen about a 10% pullback from the recent highs this weekend. Look at Ethereum, top to bottom, 15%. Wow. I was short, but I literally cut it for like a small little win. I just wanted to de-risk as we started a new week. I wish I would have held my Bitcoin and Ethereum shorts. We're just starting up here. We're going to be doing technical analysis on all of our favorite coins. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts going forward of what I think is going to be happening. So we'll let people pile in and then we'll go ahead and get started. The market is certainly trying to bounce though. We're going to bounce soon. We could go lower, but I think we're going to see a bounce very, very soon. Pull up Bitcoin here. Go to the 15-minute time frame. This is open interest here on the bottom. And what we can see is that a massive amount of people got wiped out on this dump here. A lot of people longing, a lot of people in leverage, and these dumps are actually really healthy to push us up even further. When we wipe out a lot of leverage, it allows price to move up. It reduces volatility, and it's very healthy. So these dumps are expected. They're good for the market. Very big wipe and open interest here. A lot of liquidations for Ethereum. These are the two coins you want to kind of pay attention to when the market's crashing and gather the strength here. A lot of liquidations here. Let's look at Solana, a very strong altcoin. Solana has corrected only about 10%. I think that's even better than Bitcoin, yeah. Another coin that has done quite well, XRP, only dumped about 7% today. So if we look at XRP BTC, this thing is kind of moving up. So the strength of XRP against Bitcoin. So the question is, what made the drop? Well, if we go to, I'm just going to keep it very clear. The reason why we dropped is because people took profits, de-risking, after a massive move up. I mean, we had a really strong move from 48 all the way to 65K. 33% move. Very strong move. It's a very strong bounce. And since the bottom was August 15th, about 2 weeks ago, we have bounced up about 16%. So despite today's crash and dump, if we zoom out here, so far, and this is obviously subject to change, Bitcoin and most cryptos are forming higher lows. So we're forming higher lows. The market structure is still bullish. It's still bullish. However, if we zoom out, we can see that Bitcoin is also forming lower highs. And this is something that Bitcoin has formed in the past before bear markets. Like this pattern here, 2021, kind of looks very similar to what we're seeing now. Kind of a tight consolidation range. Let's see if we could draw it here. Really tight range here. And then once we broke, obviously, saw a big correction and pumped up to all-time highs. It's quite similar. Let me remove this little sidebar so you guys can see a bit. Kind of similar, right? Kind of similar, but this is actually more of a bullish pattern to a degree. Descending patterns usually end up breaking out to the upside. Let's go a bit more into this pattern. Resistance, support. So it would be quite normal to even come all the way back down to like 50,000, potentially even lower, 48, 44,000. That would still be pretty normal, and we could easily pump and send from there. But we're in the middle of this pattern here, so we are in no man's land at the moment. 50-50 Habibi, as they call it. Nonetheless, Bitcoin is consolidating, coiling up since the March 15th all-time high. September is typically a bullish month in a halving cycle, in a halving year. September, what we saw, and I believe it was 2020, 2020. I can go ahead and add the indicator. Having the last one, this is 2020. Okay. And if we take a look at August, this was July, we kind of had a consolidation, right? A tight little pattern. We saw a dump leading into September, and September was actually the month when Bitcoin broke out. It was actually the end of September. So the first week of September, a bottom formed, started forming higher lows, and then Bitcoin began its bull run. Went absolutely ballistic. I'm thinking we might get a repeat of the 2020 September. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think, chat? But there is a decent possibility of that 48,000. This was a massive black swan event, by the way. There could be worse FUD to even drop us further, of course. That's crypto. This is how markets work. There can be bad news, right? And it drops us. But notice that these crashes are very temporary and they bounce up very, very, very quickly. Let's take a look at another way that we can perceive the charts here. 56,500, a very strong support for Bitcoin, which we're essentially coming down to test. We haven't even bounced off of it yet. But Bitcoin is still above this very strong support. If we do lose this level, which is 56,400, it's a very important level, by the way. If we lose this level, then we could expect a massive dump. But let's not forget how bullish the market really is. The market just rallied up to $65,000 a couple of days ago. The reason why it rallied up is because the Fed said that they are now going to be cutting rates in September. And you must understand that that is inherently, intrinsically, objectively very, very bullish. The stock market loves that. Everyone loves that. With lower interest rates in the US, there's more liquidity to be added to the markets. There's more money to go around. That's why when we had low interest rates, everyone's buying Rolex watches. Everyone is buying luxury items, supercars. Everyone's buying things. The cryptos were pumping like crazy. Dogecoin going absolutely insane. Shiba Inu, XRP, all these, Cardano is $3. I think, yeah, over $3. We're about to enter into an even more bullish time with even more liquidity, because now we have these ETFs, these institutions are continually, despite today's dump, despite the pullback, are still buying. BlackRock bought $200 million inflows yesterday, BlackRock clients for the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. We have Donald Trump, if he is to get elected, said he's going to be putting basically the US government's money into Bitcoin and going to be doing like a perpetual buy into Bitcoin. That's going to pump Bitcoin, and eventually that's going to pump altcoins. We are in a very, very bullish time. Not only that, but it's an election year. They're going to pump the heck out of this market. So we are still in the summer. I've been reiterating over and over again that in the summer, price action is very choppy. It's quite bearish. And that's what's happening right now. It's summer liquidity games. There is no trend, no real lasting trend until we get out of the summer. And we're almost there. Next week, I believe this week is even September. So the first week, I think we're going to start to see some fireworks. I think September is going to be bullish, but October and November are going to be extremely bullish. And when the market pumps up big, guys, when you guys have these altcoins that are up in massive profits, make sure you take profits. There's always going to be a crash or correction, and you can just take profits at the top, wait for these big crashes. They take months for altcoins to crash 60%, 70%. That is the sweet spot to buy altcoins, and then buy the strong ones. So it looks like Bitcoin is bouncing here. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is bouncing as well. For those who are in the Patreon, we longed Bitcoin last week. We made a fortune and we took profits on the weekend, on Friday. And I told people there's going to be a crash or correction. We finally got it. So we just longed Bitcoin in the Patreon. Hopefully we can catch a nice bounce here. I mean, look at ALGOSNIPER here. Gave you a very clear sell alert at the very top. Look at this. On the 30-minute time frame, you get a sell alert, the market crashes 10%. I mean, you can't beat that, guys. Look at Ethereum as well. Let's click on Ethereum. You get a sell alert. Let's go to the 1 hour, a little bit more clear. Sell alert at the very top. Let's say you sold here. You would have caught a 13% move on Ethereum. You guys can try ALGOSNIPER today for $1 at algosniper.com. The link is in my video description. So looks like Coinbase, which is this big blue candle. Blue is green on this chart, by the way. Coinbase, a lot of spot buyers coming in. That's a good sign. Binance Spot, we're getting some buyers here. All the exchanges, we're seeing a lot of spot buyers, which is something you definitely want to see here at the bottom. But there was a massive amount of people selling. Now the people that sold are essentially underwater or shorting. Where is everybody from? Let me know where you are from right now in the comments below and the live stream chat. We're going to get to everything. Whatever coins you guys also want me to check out, we're going to be getting to that in just a moment. Tommy from New York, of course. New York in the house. They said Bitcoin is ripping. I think it's about to. Joe from Australia. Chris from Surf City, North Carolina. Michael from Turkey. Still in Turkey, huh? You got Seattle in the house. Mars in the house. It's amazing. The technology that we have to get people to Mars. Nicaragua in the house. Dunedin, Florida in the house. Michigan in the house. Switzerland in the house. Florida. Portugal, Mexico City. Guys, look at Bitcoin. It's bouncing. It's probably a good long here for Bitcoin. We put our stop loss at 57K. I think Ethereum is going to bounce pretty well. I think Ethereum is going to get a nice bounce. Los Angeles, Minnesota in the house. UK, Utah, Las Vegas. Tennessee. Okay. Up 73%. Miles call outs in the Patreon. Awesome. Yeah, we are really printing in the Patreon, guys. It's not a joke. I'll put the link for that. I'll pin it here. We got Long Beach in the house. That's what's up. This is the link if you guys want to follow and copy my trades, my constant updates in the market. It's really good, especially if you guys are doing leverage trades. Post a lot of those constant updates. And if you guys want to learn how to trade cryptos full time, you guys can join my crypto school. We have a live session every Thursday for about an hour where I teach you guys how to trade. I literally tell you guys when to buy and sell. It's quite simple. Wow, Bitcoin, guys, look at this. 59, we're almost back to 60K. This is looking beautiful. So those longs are up about 1% if you long in the Patreon. Our goal is to Bitcoin to bounce 3%. So I think we're going to get a 3% bounce in the next few hours with Bitcoin. It's beautiful. Wow, look at Bitcoin just ripping up here. ETH is about to bounce. Solana is bouncing. Let's see what else we got here. XRP looking good. Let's look at Doge. Where's Doge at? Yeah, Doge looking pretty strong. I think we're going to get a strong bounce across the board here. Take a look at the ALGOSNIPER 5-minute. Okay, we got a buy alert at the very bottom. I mean, that's freaking beautiful. All right, let me get to this chat. I'm missing some of the chats. All right, guys, let me know the coins that you want me to do technical analysis on. Missouri in the house. How's it going, Doge Army? Hope you're doing great. $2:30 a.m. there. Nice. I love Turkey. Food there is so good. Constantly drinking orange juice, fresh lemon juice, pomegranate juice, eating kebabs all day, eating baklava and the assorted foods. So good. ICP. Okay, ICP gonna be the first one we're gonna do technical analysis on. Let's find ICP. Type it right here. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a really key critical support, $6.25 or so for ICP. I think ultimately this support is going to hold up despite any small pullback. This area is going to be, I think, a really good place to buy, in my opinion. Take a look at Dogecoin. $0.09 is a very strong support for Dogecoin. We might end up coming back under this, sweeping everything. I think 9 cents is pretty much an optimal buying level. But if Bitcoin and everything keeps moving lower, we might even hit 7 cents. But I feel like we're getting really close for an altcoin bottom. If we go to the total 3 market cap, we can see that we have been in a bit of a downtrend since March. But total 3, which is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum, has bounced and retested this breakout level. So I think we're getting close to a full reversal in the market overall. But Bitcoin needs to hold this support. We need to keep forming higher lows. We definitely don't want to break back under and hit this level here. That's not going to be very bullish. Bitcoin needs to maintain above 56,000 or so for us to continue moving up. And this definitely means the same for altcoins. Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin at critical support. I mean, this thing is already down 46%. That's not the end of the world. But we are at support. I do think altcoins are going to bounce up again. We are going to get a strong altcoin season. And what we had in March, that was a bit of an altcoin season. But I think we're going to get something, you know, this within the next year, like less than a year. I think we're going to get at least one more big pump for altcoins. And that will probably be something like this. We might not reach all-time highs with like Cardano and Litecoin, but I do think we will get a strong pump. One more strong uptrend, and that's going to be your time to exit altcoins. Except the real strong utility coins like XRP. And Bitcoin is going to be a good one. What you're going to want to do is you're going to essentially want to rotate in this bull market a lot of your altcoin profits into Bitcoin, but Bitcoin needs to not be in a downtrend. It needs to crash big. It needs to find support, and it needs to look dead. That's when you want to enter back into Bitcoin, which that level might be like 20K, 30K after the bull market. We could crash back down that much. Matic, let's take a look at Matic. Matic was really gaining some strength last week, and it already has come back down. I mean, that's crazy, man. Today was a pretty big crash, guys. It was a pretty big dump today, the past couple days for sure. But Matic, you guys saw Matic? There is some strength in Matic. Matic pumped up 72% from the bottom, which was August 4th. It's already come down just the past couple of days, 20%. It's a very steep pullback. Happened very quickly. The stock market could be kind of topped out here. The dollar is still crashing and moving lower, which is bullish for cryptos. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu here. Kind of very similar to Dogecoin. At a very strong support level. Quad 0 13, but this support level is like quad 0 12, so like 4 zeros 12. I think this should end up holding up for Shiba Inu, and I think we're going to get another strong pump for these meme coins this bull market. Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, all the dog coins, Floki. Matic switched networks. It's no longer on Ethereum. Nice. What's up, Jonathan? How's it going? Yeah, the market just crashed. Decent pullback here. Kind of what we've been waiting for in the Patreon. And here we are. I think tonight, while pretty much everyone's sleeping, the market is going to bounce up. Look at Solana. Yeah, let's look at Solana. Solana is still holding up very, very strong. Pretty much one of the strongest altcoins. It is the strongest altcoin. It is 100% the strongest altcoin. TRX, another very strong coin, seeing a bit of a pullback today. Nothing crazy, but Solana is at 147. We definitely want the bulls to keep stepping in and pushing up the price for this bounce to happen, and it's looking good. Pepe. Let's take a look at Pepe. Skynet asks if my indicator showed a sell. Yes, I did. It catches every trend. If we take a look on Bitcoin, we go to the 30-minute time frame here. ALGOSNIPER irrefutably sell alert at the very top and has not given us any bullish indication yet. We have a buy alert here, but it's quite risky to enter just based on the buy alert. Five-minute time frame is showing a bit of bullishness. So this, what I'm showing you guys here, this is basically the tape. So I can see all the orders coming through on all the exchanges for Bitcoin, and it gives us an indication of where price is likely to go to. So this is something I like to watch. Make a lot of trades based off of this indicator here. You'll be awake while I'm sleeping? Yeah, of course. Take a look at TON. Hey, this might be a really good trade. Let me see this thing. TON, crypto. All right. TON is up 6%. Wow, guys, look at this. TON is bouncing. This is actually, this might be a good trade. Whoever called that out, you're a genius. TON has already bounced from today. It's already up 5%. And it's up 6% on the day. That's very bullish. This might actually be a really good trade. Like here's the TON FUD. Crashed. We found support. This could be a really good entry. Yeah, we already took a look at Matic. Let's take a look at Caspa. About Caspa, where are we at? Caspa's already bounced 4%. The whales and institutions, they're buying this dip, guys. Let it not fool you. Do you guys think we're gonna bounce? Or do you think we're going lower over the next 24 hours? What do you guys think? Going lower, going more down? Yeah, I mean, we are in a downtrend. it would make sense to continue going lower. Some people think we're gonna bounce. Okay. Flat until Nvidia earnings. Interesting. This is a shakeout, D-Money says. USDC dominance. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, it did spike up. Saw a big spike. It's going to do the opposite of what cryptos do. It looks pretty bearish, like a big strong spike and it came back down quickly. It's bullish for crypto. But if it keeps going up, obviously it's not going to be good. The dominance will go higher as people sell. Yep, we have 15 minutes until the daily close. Actually, a little bit less, probably like 13 minutes. Okay, so now the whales are setting bids down here at 58.5. Could be a buy wall. That's a decent chunk of bids. They're also setting a bunch of bids here as well, right under the price. And they could be walking up the price, so that would be really good. We definitely want to break above 60K. That'll be a really good indication that a bounce is probably quite likely. Ton ripping? Yeah, I might long it actually. Oh my gosh, it really is ripping. Holy crap. Maybe 50K soon. Okay. I mean, this bounce is looking pretty good. Looking really good, guys. This is definitely what you want to see if there's a bounce. That it's continually, slowly grinding up. And then there's going to be some big candles. People are going to FOMO in. It's going to bounce hard. That's a bullish case scenario. Usually, if the market dumps down and it kind of just chills, like it doesn't really bounce much, it kind of just chills, that's bearish. But since we got a strong amount of buyers already, that's a pretty good indication that we might get a bounce. Bitcoin has already bounced 3%, so that's pretty good. You think we're gonna chop around 59, 60K for a while? Okay. What indicator is that where they're putting the stops in? It's called a heat map. The heat mapper is where you can just see the limit orders in the order book illustrated. That's what it's called, heat map. I use a website called tradinglight.com. LITE. What's the reason for the crash? There's no particular reason for the crash. Just people sold off after a strong big pump. That's really all it is. People took profits. People de-risking. There's some type of FUD out there. People will de-risk. Do I know Oscar? Yeah, pretty sure I do. Funny. Just as the markets were starting to chill out with all the crazy volatility, like last week, it was super crazy. It would pump and dump every 5 seconds. Now the volatility is back. Very volatile, but good for trading. September is not bearish, people. Big bull run, big fake outs. Yeah, definitely. I cannot agree with you even further. I want to see us get back over 60K. Looks like we might get a pullback, another retest, something like this before we go up higher. I think we'll get something like that. Maybe. See you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, so there is some FUD regarding oil out in the Middle East. Let's see if I can find it here. Along with concerns about a potential shutdown of Libyan oil fields, had led to a surge in oil prices of more than 7% over the previous 3 trading sessions. There was some oil FUD, I think some type of attack on tankers, if I'm not mistaken. So there was just $300 million in liquidations with just leveraged crypto derivatives positions over the past 24 hours. That's pretty big. The biggest washout since August 5th crash. So there's no concrete news that's causing the dump. But just be careful, because we could definitely go lower. Form some type of double bottom. Take out the stop losses. Yeah. We'll see over the next couple hours, definitely. But more selling is starting to come in again. We can definitely retest the lows here. I think Bitcoin could definitely come back down to this 58K level here. It is a new day for trading, so it's Tokyo session has just opened. I think they're probably going to end up buying the dip, honestly. All right. Buyers stepping back in, possibly. Okay. I like this. Decent bounce so far. Getting some follow through. What program do I use? As far as what? Trading? I use Blowfin to do all my trading. Still red across the board the past 10 minutes. What's a good price to sell XRP on the short term? I think XRP is going to get to like $2 or $3. Yeah, it doesn't look like the dump is over yet. Probably will form higher lows if this is some type of bottom. Yep, here comes the dump. We're going to test the 58K again? Quite possible. I think we're going to form a higher low and then rip up. Decent buying pressure here. Oh yeah, nice bounce here. Why is the market dumping? Just people taking profits, de-risking the end of the month. That's kind of what they do. Nothing crazy, honestly. We'll probably get a strong bounce here very soon, very soon. Definitely. Oh, there's a new Trump indictment. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, okay. Trump indicted again in election subversion case. Ah, this was it. This was the reason. How stupid. This has no effect. This is nothing. The market will bounce back up for sure. New moon on the 2nd. Interesting. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. What if we crash again on the first week of September? XRP looks like it's kind of forming a double bottom here. Bitcoin forming higher lows so far. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, this 4-hour candle is looking pretty decent for a bounce. Nice and big wick there. Looks like a bounce is coming in, guys. Gonna be nice. Looks like Bitcoin's about to flip green on the day. See what XRP is doing here. Back to 56 cents. Ethereum is bouncing pretty decently. Yeah, I think we see 61 here very soon. Also, if Bitcoin bottoms out here, altcoins are going to go crazy. They're going to bounce really hard. All right, guys. Thank you